long bond. So you found much more than a ring then?
Donc vous avez trouvé plus qu'une bague.
Oui, une famille.
Yes, they found a family in that.
Mark Carpenter, Hawaii News Now.
That is so cool, and it's always fascinated me, the hobby of using a metal detector, and I'm just so curious what else he's found.
I know, several rings. I'm glad this one got
Yes.
to be returned to its owner. Those class rings, I have a class ring. I think it has my initials on the inside of it, so if you found a yearbook from my year, maybe you'd be able to piece the pieces together.
Oh, that could be tough. It's a puzzle.
It is a puzzle. Well, let's take a live look outside right now in Pasco. We're looking through the Giza Stadium Skycam. It's going to be a nice, beautiful day today. A little bit warmer than we saw yesterday. I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day coming up.
Plus, a Yakima County Sheriff's deputy is in the hospital, shot while trying to protect someone escaping alleged domestic violence. And the Washington State Patrol has a new tool to help identify those responsible for hit and runs. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
It is 6 o'clock on the dot and the sun is starting to come up. It's looking like a beautiful day ahead.
Yeah, it is looking like a beautiful day. We've got a little bit of that haze moving out, so very looking forward to some more clear skies. We're going to be getting a few more clouds. We haven't seen many clouds over the last couple of weeks at all, but if we take a live look outside right now in Pasco, we're going to be seeing the Giza Stadium Skycam. Very, very clear skies today, picking up a little bit later on this week towards our Friday and our weekend. So beautiful day, above average temps, just a little warmer than we saw yesterday. Breezy conditions, especially in Yakima and Ellensburg. Otherwise, it is staying sunny as it has been for the last couple of days and even weeks. If we take a look in Yakima today, we're going to be seeing 93 degrees and all of this sun today in Yakima and the Tri-Cities as well. All of that sun, 96 degrees, so mid to lower 90s across most of our region today. 95 in Walla Walla, and we're going to be starting to see a few more clouds pop up again later on this week and possibly even some showers. I'll tell you where and when we're going to be seeing those coming up in my full forecast, but for now I'll send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Riley. In Yakima County, a few early results from this year's primary. In the race for mayor of the city of Granger, Hilda Gonzalez has a 10% lead over her closest opponent with 36% of the votes. It's a near three-way tie in Natchez for the second city council position, and the city of Sela seems to be leaning toward Russell Carlson as its new mayor, with Roger L. Bell trailing him by 6% with 45% of the votes. And Michael Kennedy is the early favorite for mayor of Wapato with 47% of the votes. And both special issues on the ballot, lifting the levy lid for Fire District 3 and the establishment of a public hospital health district, appear to be on the way to passing. Authorities say a Yakima County Sheriff's deputy is in the hospital after he was shot multiple times by a 34-year-old man while responding to a 911 call in Atana. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to authorities who say it was a domestic violence call and the deputy was attempting to help the victim get out.
911 calls can be dangerous for everyone involved, but with domestic violence calls, the stakes are often higher.
Tensions are very, very high or you wouldn't be called, right? People are very emotional, and there are also specific laws within domestic violence about mandatory arrest. So a lot of things get really elevated.
Especially if a victim is trying to leave. Authorities say that was the case Tuesday morning when Yakima County Sheriff's deputies responded to a 911 call on South Fork Road in Ottanum.
So the Yakima Police Department came in after the fact at the request of the Sheriff's Department. So I don't have a lot of the really specific details. I know it was domestic in nature. I know it involved some kids, and I do believe that the female party was trying to leave.
But the 34-year-old suspect didn't want her to go and allegedly opened fire on deputies with a rifle, striking a 51-year-old deputy multiple times.
He did survive those wounds. He was transported to Memorial Hospital very early this morning. He's in serious condition, obviously, but he is not in life-threatening condition.
The suspect arrested, booked into jail, and facing charges of first and second degree assault.
The deputy did not fire his weapon, so there's no state requirement for an independent investigation.
And YPD is handling the investigation into the shooting.
I think it's a reminder to folks what a dangerous job we have.
And of the importance of victims having a safety plan in place when they attempt to leave their abuser.
A domestic violence safety plan is thinking about all of the things you might need or things you need to do before they actually happen.
Getting together important documents and medications and figuring out a place to stay after, but also preparing to be safe in the moment.
Thinking about in your own home, where do you not want to go if there's some kind of argument and fighting happening?
It's something advocates at the YWCA can help victims go through step by step, so when they do leave, they know they're doing it in the safest way possible. In Ottanum, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
We are learning more about how authorities are responding to the case of a Granger police officer accused of sexual assault. The Mapton Police Department says they launched an investigation into potential criminal activity involving Granger police officer Glenn Trejo after the city asked the other agency to step in. The request came in early July before a woman petitioned a judge to issue a protection order against Trejo, which the judge granted for a 10-year period. The city of Granger hasn't yet responded to questions about whether they've launched an internal investigation into the matter. Washington State Patrol has launched a new alert system that works similarly to Amber Alerts, but it's for hit-and-run car crashes. Troopers say they're hoping it will help track down suspects faster.
This will be a process that's much more immediate. It's not a press release that's written hours later or days later. It's an alert that goes out as quickly as possible, within minutes, hopefully. And it gets the public's eyes on a car before it can be repainted or fixed or moved to a different state or ditched or hidden.
The alert system was authorized by the state legislation earlier this year, and it went into effect yesterday. It sends an alert to your phone saying the type of vehicle involved, like the make and model, or possibly where the vehicle is heading. More beds, more funding, and more healthcare professionals. That's what community leaders in Eastern Washington say they need to fight the fentanyl epidemic. This week, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell visited Spokane to learn from people who have experienced fentanyl addiction themselves and from people who are on the front lines trying to help.
A very unique thing that we heard today is about the actual healthcare workers that are also needed, and is there some way to help streamline the system so that you could get people who are very qualified to help deal with this crisis.
It was just really amazing that they're looking at it, because we don't have enough beds. There's not enough detox centers in Spokane County, especially like there's a couple of them, but they're private pay. It's like who's homeless on the street that can, afford private pay?
The Senate added sections to the National Defense Authorization Act that Senator Cantwell says would give the federal government more ability to fight fentanyl trafficking. But the House passed a different version, so now lawmakers have to hammer out a compromise version before it can move forward. People in the state of Washington who were convicted of simple drug possession, cannabis possession, and paraphernalia between 1971 and 2021 may be eligible for refunds associated with court fees and other costs. In 2021, the Washington State Supreme Court ruled the state's drug possession law was unconstitutional when it came to simple felony possession. People who qualify can apply through an online portal or mail and need to send in their case number and proof of ID with picture. The state set aside $47 million to vacate those charges and allow sentencing adjustments. It also set aside $51 million for financial obligations. Tracking down a single fentanyl dealer can take months. In Oregon, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says last week one person was arrested with gallon-sized bags full of suspected fentanyl pills, plus the materials to make a lot more.
We're estimating that potentially everything combined was the equivalent of about 138,000 fentanyl pills. This individual was a known wanted felon, and so we knew who he was. We believed we knew what he was doing, and he had a warrant, out-of-state warrant for felony, and so we were doing surveillance, just waiting for him.
It's the largest fentanyl seizure in the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office history. The Sheriff's Office says the investigation is still going on, so a suspect has not been identified in this case. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Those nice and hot temps, lots of sun. That's what we're going to be seeing today as well. Some more wind than we saw yesterday in the Yakima Valley today. We'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, with the cost of school supplies, some families may be struggling as students prepare to go back to school. We'll tell you how you can help and where you can go for help.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
What's up at DQ? That guy's going fry first on a $7 meal deal. Ooh, or is it dessert first? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries, drink, and a sundae, is the best full-size meal deal of all.
Cheeseburger. Chicken strips.
And he can't believe he got a full-size meal for just $7.
Can't believe I got a full-size meal for just $7.
That's a $7 meal deal, and that's what's up at DQ. Happy tastes good.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
When you need something special to celebrate with, you need to visit Millie at Cupcakes Bakery and Deli in Kennewick. From an assortment of delightful baked goods to the comfort foods of her Southern-style deli, Millie will put a smile on your face. Check out Cupcakes Bakery and Deli today.
Introducing Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV. Same location, new adventures. Come celebrate and save during our grand opening sale with up to 50% off. The best prices of the year on America's favorite brands. Plus, get a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete, including 24/7, 365 technical and roadside assistance and much more. Wherever you roam, we'll be there. And now save up to 50% off at Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV.
You're feeling summer, baby, dancing near the lobby. Still catching feelings for you. Feels for you. Feelings for you. Hey! You're feeling summer, baby.
Good morning, America.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
This newscast is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Back to school is coming up fast, and the nationwide teacher shortage is getting worse. Some parts of the country are reporting the biggest staff shortages in years. ABC's Andrea Fujii explains why.
This morning, with some school districts just days away from welcoming students back to class, many are scrambling to fill vacant teaching positions.
We're facing an epidemic when it comes to a teacher shortage.
More than 40 states are suffering a severe teacher shortage. The reason? Teachers list low pay. A starting salary averages $40,000. Burnout from the pandemic, school violence, and lack of respect from students. In Louisiana, Jefferson Parish's public schools have more than 200 teacher vacancies. Los Angeles, more than 450 empty teacher spots. Data shows nearly half of public education employees who left their job last spring resigned, and 1 in 3 teachers say they're likely to quit in the next 2 years. Experts also say teachers are worried. There have been 23 school shootings that resulted in injuries or deaths so far this year, with some schools debating whether teachers should be armed.
Safety is automatically, just because of the current climate of our country, at the top of every educator's mind, of every parent's mind, of every administrator's mind, and I think of every student's mind. And if it's not, it should be.
To ease the shortage, some districts are now asking athletic coaches, retired teachers, and even school principals to help out in the classroom.
Teachers cite another downside to the profession: no remote working options. To combat those drawbacks in recruiting new teachers, some communities are now offering a 4-day school week. Summer break is almost over and kids will be heading back to school soon. The Pasco Chamber of Commerce is holding its school supplies drive for those students in need. If you're interested in making donations, donation barrels can be found at 5 locations: the Red Lion Hotel, Grocery Outlet, Blue RV Compass, Spec Hyundai, Tri-Cities, and Pasco Chamber of Commerce, all located in Pasco. A list of supplies needed are attached to each barrel, and also Visa gift cards are accepted to help pay for school lunches.
Their parents are struggling, everybody's struggling right now. So we decided to go grab some barrels and place them at 5 different locations and see what we can do to help the school district.
Project Director Kelly McGrath says this is important to her as she understands how expensive supplies can be. This is the first year for this idea and she hopes it continues on. Coming up, cells taken from a Black woman's tumor without her knowledge have enabled countless scientific and medical innovations. Despite that impact, the family has never been compensated until now. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. One of our favorite dishes here is the Keto Bowl. It's loaded with delicious vegetables such as squash, zucchini, broccoli, and then you get to pick your protein, such as smoked Polish sausage, chicken, shrimp, or steak. Another favorite dish we have here is our meatball sub. You have to try this. It is delicious. We love to get to know each customer, and we want you to feel like family when you're here. We can't wait to see you at the Village Bistro.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week. It's 20 pages packed with everything you need for your Northwest lifestyle. Not a member? Not a problem. No membership is required during our open house, August 1st through the 15th. Stop in, check us out, and join over 1 million Northwest families saving more every day. Save now during our open house with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $600 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $600 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
What's better than super fresh fruits and vegetables? Yep, you've got it. Super fresh fruits and vegetables on sale.
Swing into Super One Foods this Thursday and save big during our 12-hour produce sale. Dole bananas just 48 cents a pound. Washington-grown seedless watermelon, 38 cents a pound. And whole sweet cantaloupe, 48 cents a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour produce sale. This Thursday only. Hey, it's better than fresh.
Apple Valley. It's our special place we call home. From the Cascades in the west to the Blue Mountains in the east, Apple Valley News Now covers our area like no one else. On air, online, and on the go with our new mobile app. Apple Valley News Now is truly on your side.
Next live, Taylor Lautner and his wife, Taylor Lautner.
Okay, what now?
Double the Taylors, double the fun.
Doubly excited?
Yes, doubly excited.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Right now, we're taking a live look outside in Pasco through the Giesa Stadium Skycam. Looking like a nice clear start to our day. It's going to be staying like that. Lots and lots of sun on the forecast, just like we've been seeing now for a couple of days. Also got average temps just a little bit above average, a little bit above what we had yesterday. Breezy conditions through the Yakima Valley area, specifically in Yakima and in Ellensburg, but we'll get to those wind conditions in just a little bit. If we take a look at our smoke forecast, it is slowly making its way east across our area, heading out of the way by tonight. Looking like that haze is going to be dipping down just a little bit for this evening. If we take a look at our air quality conditions yesterday, we did see some moderate air quality in the northeastern Oregon areas. Right now it looks like we're all in the good air quality zones, but we'll be keeping an eye on that as we continue to see some of that smoke and that haze. If we take a look at our future cast today, we're seeing again a lot of those very, very clear skies across our Wednesday and throughout basically all of our day today. But as we start to get into Thursday, it's when we start to see some showers start to peak up, especially around the Blue Mountain region, hanging out around there. And then on Friday morning, we do start to see some more showers, especially in the Blues, even peeking into the mid-Columbia just a little bit there on our Friday. If we take a look at our temps right now, well, we're seeing mostly in the mid to upper 50s and the lower 60s, staying pretty nice as you make your way out the door. Temps for today, mid to lower 90s in the Yakima Valley. In the mid-Columbia, we're seeing mid-90s, and in the Blues, those mid-90s as well, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Just a little teeny tiny bit warmer than we saw yesterday. So we take a look at our temps for tonight, mostly in the upper 50s, lower 60s around all of our areas, very similar to what we've been seeing now for a while. Wind speeds right now pretty low, but later on today it's going to be picking up, especially in Ellensburg and Yakima. Gusts almost 30 miles per hour in Ellensburg this evening, and in the Yakima area, gusts up to 20 miles per hour in Yakima. Settling down a little bit by our Thursday morning, we now have a fire weather warning in Kittitas County from 3 o'clock today until 9 o'clock tonight. Outdoor burning is not recommended, and those are for those gusty winds and low humidity. In Yakima, for our 7-day forecast, there's not much change over the next week, especially in the Yakima area, staying around our averages in the lower to mid 90s. Clouds are picking up though later on in the week just a little bit. Same in the Tri-Cities, staying around the averages, but not quite hitting those triple digits quite yet. Once again, more clouds around our Friday and Saturday, and overnight lows are staying pretty similar as well. In Walla Walla, a beautiful forecast, some showers on the way for Friday as we saw in our future cast, otherwise staying very close in our temps throughout all of this week. So we're staying average in our temperatures. We're staying very, very sunny. Again, those showers are going to start to peak up around the Blues and mid-Columbia on our Friday. But I hope you have a fantastic and sunny Wednesday.
Thank you, Riley. Now to the story of a woman known as the immortal Henrietta Lacks. She was behind decades of major medical advancements, but never knew it. And now she's getting her just due. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has more.
This morning, justice for the family of a Black woman who unwittingly became one of the most important figures in modern medicine. Her family finally reaching a settlement with a major biotech company.
Some measure of respect for Henrietta Lacks. Some measure of dignity for Henrietta Lacks.
It's a story 70 years in the making, one that Oprah Winfrey helped tell in the HBO movie The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. In 1951, Lacks checked into Johns Hopkins and was diagnosed with cervical cancer. During her treatment, a doctor removed cells from her tumor without telling her. The HeLa cells, as they came to be called, were found to do something unique. They could reproduce outside of the body on their own. They were, in effect, immortal.
Her cells were the first ever cloned. Her genes were some of the first ever mapped. They were used to create some of our most important cancer medications, the polio vaccine. The list just goes on and on.
Henrietta did not live to see any of those advancements, and her family was never informed. It wasn't until the early 2000s that they finally learned the extent of her contribution. And in 2021, they sued biotech company Thermo Fisher Scientific, arguing the firm knowingly profited from Lacks' cells without her consent.
Everybody in this space have benefited from the HeLa cell.
Word came yesterday that Thermo Fisher Scientific has now agreed to settle the family's lawsuit. The terms were not made public.
Lacks cells are still in use, recently helping scientists develop COVID vaccines. Well, artificial intelligence detected more breast cancers than doctors with years of training and experience. That's according to a new early-stage study published Tuesday in the journal The Lancet Oncology. The study also deemed that AI appears to be safe to use in breast cancer detection, while it potentially could cut doctors' mammogram reading workload almost in half. The researchers looked at scans from more than 80,000 women in Sweden who underwent a mammogram between April 2021 and July 2022. Half of the women were assigned to a group in which AI read the mammogram before it was analyzed by a radiologist. The other just used radiologists without AI. The group whose scans were assisted by AI found 20% more cancers than the group without AI assistance. The new research is thought to be the first randomized control trial to compare AI-assisted breast cancer detection with detection done by well-trained humans alone. Trios Health and the American Red Cross are coming together today to host a blood drive from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Trios Care Center at Southridge. People are invited to roll up their sleeves to give a life-saving donation. According to the Red Cross, donors of all blood types are needed, but especially O negative, A negative, and B negative. According to the Trios Health Laboratory Director, the nation is facing a severe blood shortage, and again, all blood types are needed. Gabby Sexton, the emergency room supervisor with the Trios Care Center, says it takes one trip to the hospital to know how much this blood can mean to someone.
I would just say that you never know when it's going to be your loved one that's going to be in this situation. And when you are in that situation, you realize how grateful you are to those people that took the time to make that donation.
You do need to make an appointment for this blood drive and bring your photo ID. You can find the link for a reservation at applevalleynewsnow.com. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, production companies are reaching out to union writers to come back to the negotiation table as the strike approaches 100 days.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
I'm currently out of the office, focusing on a little blue sky thinking. I'll be taking meetings with family and friends and checking voicemail as my activities permit. I'll connect with you after reconnecting with me. Get 1.9% APR plus 500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
You ready?
More than ready.
Blue Compass RV has over 100 dealerships coast to coast. So we're with you today, tomorrow, and the road ahead. It's a little something we like to call peace of mind.
Well, here we are, mile marker 0.
More like mile 3,652. Blue Compass RV. Let's take the long way home.
Are you spending too much time in the bathroom? After years of straining and pushing due to an enlarged prostate, your bladder loses its flexibility and strength. And none of these common prostate supplements do anything for the bladder problem. Only all-new Ideal Prostate Plus supports both the prostate and the bladder. Call now to find out how you can get your risk-free bottle of Ideal Prostate Plus, a free bottle of Ultimax, and our comprehensive guide to prostate and bladder health. Try Ideal Prostate Plus for a full 30 days, and if it doesn't help you sleep through the night, reduce urgency, frequency, and that humiliating dribbling and leaking, just return the unused portion and your credit card will never be charged for the product. That's how sure we are it's going to work for you.
I don't worry about if there's a bathroom nearby. I'm getting a good night's sleep. Oh, it's amazing.
Call 1-800-547-1228.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time right now is 6:28. Welcome back. It appears studios are ready to start negotiating with Hollywood writers again. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers have asked the Writers Guild of America to return to the negotiating table. The producers have requested for a meeting to be scheduled Friday. Tuesday was the first time in over 3 months that the studios have sought to end the standoff between them and the WGA. Writers have been on strike in Hollywood for nearly 100 days. Last month, the Screen Actors Guild also went on strike. It's not known if the studios have also reached out to SAG with a similar request. Regal Cinemas has emerged from bankruptcy. Its parent company, Cineworld, says it has cut $4.5 billion of debt, raised $800 million in new equity capital, and secured financing for $1.71 billion. The world's second largest theater chain filed for bankruptcy protection last September. Many movie theaters struggled during the pandemic and for a while after. Blockbuster hits this summer like Barbie and Oppenheimer are helping to turn things around, but there's still uncertainty amid the Hollywood actors and writers strike. Popular musician Lizzo is facing a harassment lawsuit. 3 former dancers claim they were subjected to a hostile work environment and harassment while they were members of the Grammy winners dance team. Among the claims outlined in the suit, one of the 3 plaintiffs said she was encouraged by the singer to take turns touching the nude performers while out at a club in Amsterdam's red light district while on tour in February. Lizzo is known for her uplifting messages and advocacy for body positivity as an integral part of her work. Coming up, former President Trump has been indicted in connection with the January 6th storming of the Capitol.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
The Beach Boys, the Demolition Derby, the PRCA Rodeo. Apple Valley News Now welcomes Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days, August 30th through September 3rd. Enter to win fair and rodeo tickets plus more on the contest page at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. Friday, August 4th is our Jersey Lunch Bag Giveaway, thanks to Gisa Credit Union. The first 500 fans through the gates will receive this unique piece of Dust Devils memorabilia. It's also a family feast night with $2 hot dogs and other concession items throughout the night. Then on Saturday, stick around after the action for our post-game fireworks display, presented by Teamsters Local 839. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $600 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $600 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Buildings dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540. It's the summer of Taylor Swift. Next Extra, as Taylor Mania sweeps the world, go inside her blockbuster Eras tour. Expected to rake in more than $1 billion. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
A massive indictment from federal prosecutors alleges former President Donald Trump has promoted baseless claims that the 2020 election was stolen from him. But they say Trump was the one who tried to steal the election. And recent polls have shown that American citizens' approval of the Supreme Court of the United States is at a record low.
And a little bit warmer than we saw yesterday, but staying in and just around above our averages. Some showers are on the way. I'll tell you when and where those are popping up coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Well, it's another beautiful day on the way, as you've been telling us, but maybe a shift in the weather coming?
Shift in the weather coming possibly Thursday night into Friday morning. That's when we may start to see a shower come up, and we have not seen those in a couple of weeks. So it's very, very exciting. If we take a live look outside right now in Pasco, we're going to be seeing just that clear sky that we've got started for us today. Coming up on Friday is when we're going to be starting to see a few more clouds in our areas. Again, we haven't seen those in quite a while. Seen some light ones, but we're going to be seeing some bigger clouds in the coming couple of days. Some average temps just a little bit above our averages for today, and temperatures we've seen basically for the last about week or so. Breezy conditions, especially in the Yakima Valley, specifically in Yakima and Ellensburg. We're staying definitely quite sunny today, as we can see across our day today in Yakima. 93 degrees in Yakima. Tri-Cities is seeing 96 and all of that sun as well. And Walla Walla 95, and that's where those showers are going to be starting to pop up on Friday. So this sun is going to be turning into something a little bit rainier coming up. I'll tell you all about it in my full forecast that's on the way.
Thank you, Riley. Donald Trump indicted for allegedly trying to subvert democracy in the United States and overturn the will of American voters in the 2020 election. Prosecutors accusing the former president of spreading lies about election fraud, despite knowing he lost to then-candidate Joe Biden. Those lies, the indictments say, fueled the violent January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. ABC's Em Nguyen has the latest on the historic developments out of Washington.
Former President Donald Trump criminally charged in relation to alleged widespread efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss to now President Joe Biden. Trump indicted on 4 federal felony charges: conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of and an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. It was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government.
The indictment accuses Trump and 6 co-conspirators of creating fraudulent slates of electors in 7 states. Those co-conspirators have not been charged and are not named in the indictment.
What's very extraordinary about this indictment is that it offers a very sweeping view of what led to January 6th.
Former Vice President Pence, who's running against Trump for the 2024 GOP nomination, condemning his former boss, saying anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president. Prosecutors also accused Trump of trying to compel the Justice Department to conduct sham investigations into election crimes and of sending his supporters to the Capitol to obstruct the certification proceeding.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we fight.
The former president reacting, calling these charges ridiculous, telling ABC News he believes he will still defeat Biden.
We will relitigate every single issue in the 2020 election in the context of this litigation.
Judge Tanya Chutkan, who will oversee this case, has already given out some of the toughest sentences against January 6th rioters. Trump will appear in court tomorrow on these new charges. Approval of the Supreme Court is still at record lows. That's according to a recent poll from Gallup. It found approval of the High Court stands at 40%. The poll was conducted in July, just after the justices made decisions on affirmative action, student loan forgiveness, and voting rights. The court's approval rating has remained steady since late 2021. when it allowed a restrictive Texas abortion law to stand. As for Justice Clarence Thomas and his ethics disputes, Americans appear to be divided. According to the poll, 39% view him positively, with 42% viewing him negatively. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Well, everything that we saw yesterday, those nice and hot temps, lots of sun, that's what we're going to be seeing today as well. Some more wind than we saw yesterday in the Yakima Valley. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, firefighters in Tennessee had a bit of a break during wildfire season and instead answered a call after a kitten fell down a drain pipe.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Did Dean tell you he was in a school play?
He's playing somebody white.
Never mind.
Jack McBrayer guest stars.
You have a young Sidney Poitier thing.
A little help?
Any chance a ticket taker give me my dime back?
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air. Mattress Depot USA always offers premium mattresses at the best prices every day.
But we are also sleep specialists.
Check out Mattress University on our website, mattressdepotusa.com. It's filled with information.
Like Beds 101, Mattress Anatomy 201, and Sleep Health 301.
And yes, there is a sleep quiz that will help you choose the mattress best for you.
Study it today, sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. Friday, August 4th is our Jersey Lunch Bag Giveaway, thanks to Gisa Credit Union. The first 500 fans through the gates will receive this unique piece of Dust Devils memorabilia. It's also a family feast night with $2 hot dogs and other concession items throughout the night. Then on Saturday, stick around after the action for our post-game fireworks display, presented by Teamsters Local 839. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
Next ET, what you never knew about Freaky Friday is the comedy classic turns 20.
Is that true?
Lindsay Lohan's lifelong bond with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie's really cool.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Crossing the Columbia River by car in a boat.
Only ferry owned by the state of Washington that is not in the Puget Sound.
See it all over the Keller Ferry on Fly the Northwest.
Very unique.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Taylor Lautner and his wife, Taylor Lautner.
Okay, what now?
Double the Taylors, double the fun.
Doubly excited?
Yes, doubly excited.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A lucky cat in suburban Nashville only has 8 lives left. The kitten became trapped 6 feet under Sunday after falling down a drain pipe.
Firefighters responded to the scene and were able to rescue the scaredy cat. They say it's a good reminder to make sure any sewer drain washout pipes on your property have caps on them.
Oh, it's the classic tale of a heroic firefighter rescuing a little kitten.
Exactly.
We love to see those.
Exactly, we do. Those stories about, the cats getting stuck in the trees. I'm terrified to let my cat outside in general because he's just so sweet, and I can't get him out of my sight.
Yeah, you don't want him down any drain pipes.
No, exactly, exactly. And I don't want him out in those hot conditions either. We take a live look outside right now in Pasco. We've got some quite warm conditions and clear for today. I'll have your first alert weather forecast that's coming up.
And the United States is taken down a peg after the country's latest credit rating is released. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Queensgate Gardens thanks you all for the wonderful support that you've shown us throughout this incredible spring season. We are truly honored to have such amazing customers like you. Come on down for any last-minute summer planting and check out our amazing selection at our fruit stand.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. We do interior painting and cabinetry as well. We have a full crew that takes care of everything, and all we really want you to do is to kick back and relax. Visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week. It's 20 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for your Northwest lifestyle. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Saturday. Join Apple Valley News Now and the Tri-City Dust Devils for a night of baseball and fireworks as your Tri-City Dust Devils host the Eugene Emeralds, followed by spectacular fireworks. Game times 7:05 Saturday at Giesa Stadium. We'll see you at the ball game.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Get a free Makita Impact Driver Kit or a Pit Boss grill now. When you build a deck with wood decking or TimberTech or Trex composite decking and railing from Par, visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're taking a live look outside right now in Pasco through our Giesa Stadium Skycam. Looking very, very clear today. Maybe a little bit of that haze is still sticking around. Average temps today just a little bit above our averages, a little bit warmer than we've seen for the rest of the week, just by a degree or two. A little bit of breezy conditions for especially the Yakima Valley area, Yakima and Ellensburg. We're staying very, very sunny. Hopefully those clouds are going to be making their way out a little bit later on this week. If we take a look at our smoke forecast, we can see that it is slowly making its way to the east out of our area by today, especially through this evening. That's when the smoke is starting to wane just a little bit. In the Yakima area, we may be starting to see some more smoke towards this evening. If we take a look at our air quality right now, yesterday we saw some moderate air quality in the northeastern Oregon areas. But today we are seeing very good conditions across our areas. A little bit of that haze is still out, but we're going to be keeping an eye on our air quality as we continue. We take a look at our futurecast, very clear to start our Wednesday. And as we make our way through the day, just a very, very clear day. Starting on Thursday, though, we're starting to see some showers in the blues. Those are making their way throughout our area, especially on Friday is when those start to pick up a little bit. And we see some showers throughout the Walla Walla area, even down in Pendleton, possibly even peeking up to the Tri-Cities for our Friday. If we take a look at our temperatures right now, mostly mid to upper 50s. Some 60s around the board as well, lower 60s, so pretty nice as you make your way out of the door this morning. If we take a look at our highs for today, mid to lower 90s for the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing the mid-90s, and the same in the Blues. We're seeing those mid-90s as well. Our temps for this evening, upper 50s, lower 60s around all of our areas. Wind speeds right now, well, they're pretty low as we start our day, but later on today it's going to be picking up in the Yakima Valley, especially in the Ellensburg area and Yakima. Gusts of almost 30 miles per hour in Ellensburg tonight and up to 20 miles per hour in Yakima, settling down by our Thursday morning, just a little bit picking back up tomorrow. We also have a fire weather warning in Kittitas County for those gusty winds and low humidity. Outdoor burning is not recommended. For our 7-day forecast in Yakima, there's not much change over the next week. We're staying around our averages in the lower to mid 90s. Clouds are picking up later on in the week in the Tri-Cities, staying around those same averages, but not quite hitting those triple digits yet. Overnight lows are staying pretty similar as well. And in Walla Walla, a beautiful forecast, some potential showers for our Friday morning, as we saw on our Futurecast. Otherwise staying very close in our temps throughout all of this week. Our temperatures are staying around our averages. We're staying sunny, and we might see some of those showers peak up for our Friday. But otherwise, we've got a beautiful Wednesday that's ahead. Hopefully that smoke will be out of our areas by this evening. Have a great Wednesday.
The United States credit rating has dropped after the American credit rating agency Fitch knocks the nation down a peg. And that could affect everything from the mortgage rates Americans pay on their homes to contracts carried out all across the world. Due to some doubt about U.S. debt, Fitch Ratings downgraded its U.S. debt rating on Tuesday from highest credit quality to very high credit quality. Officials at Fitch say the lower grade is due to what it calls, quote, a steady deterioration in standards of governance over the last 20 years. Including the long-standing but eventually resolved debt ceiling battle between the President, Joe Biden, and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Fitch also said the U.S. government, quote, lacks a medium-term fiscal framework, unlike most peers, and has a complex budgeting process. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer blasted House Republicans in-house for the drop in credit rating, saying the GOP's, quote, flirtation with default has negative consequences for the country. So far, there's been no comment from House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on the issue. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the alleged murder plot in Paradise.
I want to thank me.
36-year-old Lindsay Shiver, posting frequently on social media, is out this morning on bail. Investigators say she, along with two other men, allegedly planned to murder her husband of 13 years, Robert Shiver, while on vacation in the Bahamas. Shiver frequently posting glimpses of their family's picture-perfect life on social media, many on vacation in the Bahamas. In 2020, Lindsay writing, "The key to a perfect marriage is having two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other." The couple met while in college at Auburn University, where Robert played football for the Tigers. And we'll have more on what Shiver could be facing coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. In my Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death, in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with acetylcholinesterase or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
You may pay as little as $25.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. We have early results for last night's primary election. In Benton County, Christy Rasmussen leads all candidates for the Port of Benton District 2 Commissioner with 47% of the votes. Gary Vegar leads in the race for mayor of Prosser with 56%, while Kurt Meyer leads in Richland for the 6th city council position with 48%. And at this time, it appears the yes votes are leading to recall Audra Bird, Semi Bird, and Kerry Williams from their positions on the Richland School Board. In Yakima County, a few early results from the primary. Hilda Gonzalez has a 10% lead over her closest opponent, with 36% of the votes in the race for mayor of Granger. While the city of Sela seems to be leaning toward Russell Carlson as its new mayor, and both special issues on the ballot lifting the levy lid for Fire District 3 and the establishment of a public hospital health district appear to be on the way to passing. A Yakima County Sheriff's deputy was shot early yesterday morning during a domestic violence call out in Attanum. Authorities say it happened just after 1 a.m. when they believe a woman was attempting to leave an abusive relationship. Authorities say a 34-year-old man shot at and hit a 51-year-old deputy 3 times. The deputy was taken to a Yakima hospital where he is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect was arrested and booked into the Yakima County Jail. We're learning more about how authorities are responding to the case of a Granger police officer accused of sexual assault. The Mabton Police Department says they launched an investigation into potential criminal activity involving Granger police officer Glenn Trejo after the city asked the other agency to step in. The request came in early July before a woman petitioned a judge to issue a protection order against Trejo, which the judge granted for a 10-year period. The city of Granger hasn't yet responded to questions about whether they've launched an internal investigation into the matter. Washington State Patrol has launched a new alert system that works similarly to Amber Alerts. Troopers say they're hoping it will help track down hit-and-run suspects faster.
This will be a process that's much more immediate. It's not a press release that's written hours later or days later. It's an alert that goes out as quickly as possible, within minutes, hopefully. And it gets the public's eyes on a car before it can be repainted or fixed or moved to a different state or ditched or hidden.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Taking a live look outside right now in Pasco through our Visa Stadium Skycam. It's slightly above average temps today, just a little bit warmer than we saw yesterday. Breezy conditions across the Yakima Valley, and we're staying quite sunny as we have now for quite a while. We take a look at our futurecast for winds. We start to see where this starts to pick up. 20-mile-per-hour gusts in Yakima tonight and up to 30-mile-per-hour gusts in Ellensburg this evening. And that means we do have a fire weather warning in Kittitas County. That means we have quite a lot of gusts and also some low humidity in the Kittitas County area. So that means we're going to have a fire weather warning from 3 o'clock to 9 p.m. today. That means keep your burning to a minimum, if any at all. We take a look at our highs for today, mid to lower 90s in the Yakima area. We're seeing upper 80s in Ellensburg. In the mid-Columbia, we're seeing mid 90s there, and similar temps in the Blues today. Very, very hot day today, similar to what we've been seeing now all this week. We're going to likely see some showers, though, starting to spring up in our areas on Friday. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5. Have a great morning.